the past 2.5, 3 months working with you has been probably the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what to say to that. I didn't expect that. Well, thank you, Dayna.
No,
Don't stop.
No, after being transitioned out of a previous position, my confidence, even though I knew I did a great job at what I did, and I care for the students, and, you know, it takes your confidence away when, you know, my job wasn't who I was, but it's also it's part of me. And so you were able to help me through this new opportunity, which I'm grateful to my alma mater for, but also helping me to stay current because I was concerned about a lot of things. You helped me get in touch with who I know I used to be, and maybe even becoming a better me this time. So thank you.
Definitely, definitely. And you're welcome. Tell me about this public speaking. You're in front of audiences all the time. Where did you see the biggest shift when it came to telling your own story, massaging things, and really owning your value when you're in front of a group?
I think probably the biggest thing was having my own center, my own foundation, and then being able to shift that depending on the mood of the group, the size of the group, the temperament of the group, the amount of time I had. So being confident in that core part of the presentation and owning it, and just bringing it each time, taking a deep breath, relaxing, and having the confidence, like, I know this. This is part of me. This is part of who I am. And it's just doing what comes naturally to me, but in a, you know, a polished format.
Mm-hmm. And where were you stuck before we started working together? And where do you feel you've come since that time?
Definitely back to the lack of confidence. I knew certain things, but I was only like 90% sure. So I was getting stuck in my head. I'm like, okay, did I say that right? Instead of just, okay, we'll come back to that, or, you know, I'll get back to you on that. I have to check on that. Are there any other questions? And just keeping the flow going. That was probably becoming comfortable with doing that, and knowing that things will happen that are outside of my control, but being able to refer back to that core foundation and staying centered and being able to adapt that as much as possible. So that was one of the things, being confident in my ability to do what I know how to do.
And you do it well. And now you're rocking it, you know, just winning people over left and right. And I love it. And I love bearing witness to that. Let me ask you this. What surprised you the most about working with me? Because we did not know each other at all, totally from scratch. And so here you are coming into this coaching format and coaching program. What surprised you the most?
I guess how genuine you really are. You care about the people that you work with. It seems like it's not just a job for you. And, you know, in my head, I'm thinking, wow, we're friends. You know? And you really care not only about the job that's on the table, but working with that person so that they stay true to themselves while they're accomplishing that task. So that's one of the things that really, I think that's what made it work. I felt safe with you. I felt vulnerable with you, and that I could, you know, get to the real issues by being vulnerable so that we could work through them. And, you know, at least if not necessarily moving all the way through them, because I still see a lot of ways to go, but, you know, I see where I need to be.
Right. And we all need that continuous progress. You know, oftentimes we come into something, we think, okay, one and done. But the reality is everyone, you know, was continuing to work on themselves. It's a journey, you know, not a destination, as they say,
Yes.
right? What would you say to someone who's on the fence about working with me and who's like, I don't know yet?
Absolutely trust her. Trust her. She's a good person. She's not been through anything that she's asking you to do. So it's not like, someone is foreign to all this. And your genuineness comes across as well. And so I think, building that trust with your clients and with you makes for a great foundation to get a lot of work done, a lot of good work.
Yes. Thank you so much. And we certainly got a lot of work done. Thank you so much for the kind words. I certainly appreciate it. And
All
I
true.
so look forward to hearing more about your progress as you just continue to soar, truly.